Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers review. Today I'm taking a look at Strongarm from the Robots in Disguise 2015 range from Hasbro's Transformers. This is actually one of the figures I was actually most excited for from the Deluxe range. Just taking a look around the box, we can see a really nice cartoon image there of an awesome fembot that is Strongarm. Did Strongarm always a fembot? I'm sure Strongarm used to be a male in the kind of Michael Bay. Oh, who cares about the Michael Bay verse? And on the back there we see Strongarm with her gun. 8 easy steps for transformation. This is my 4th review of the Transformer figures lately, and I'm assuming that this is now a selling point because they're putting on all of their packaging. And we actually can download the application to our iPhone or Android device. We can scan in their badge and then we can play as them in the game. I think that's actually quite a nice touch. Taking a look at the bottom of the box, all we see here is this is licensed by Hasbro and this is an authentic Transformer. On the bottom there, we see who else is available in the line. We have got Bumblebee, Grimlock, and Steeljaw. I've already reviewed Bumblebee. The link is in the description below. I will review Grimlock and Steeljaw shortly. Without further ado, let's get it out of the packaging. And here she is, out of the pack. Kind of impressed, kind of gutted. I was really looking forward to her. She's a really nice fembot. It's a very RC Transformers Prime-ish face on there, but yeah, that might be a little bit of kibble. The thing that annoys me about this figure, as good as she looks from the front, they could have rectified this kibble had they have had a hinge that goes all the way around. Instead, the hinge stops here because it rubs. I mean, I could probably force that, but that's probably going to break somewhere along there. And then it could collapse in, fold down on itself, possibly. I'll break mine so you don't have to. No, that's just going to pop that hinge straight off. If we could just manoeuvre that hinge round, that could fold in there, that one could fold on top, and then the kibble would look like that. But other than the blatantly huge anomaly that is on her back, she's actually a really nice bot. That is just a fantastic head sculpt. I mean, I genuinely like that. It is very. I'm pretty sure that is actually the RC from Transformers Prime face there, and they've just basically resculpted the head, but it works. I really wish I hadn't sold my RC because these two would look absolutely fantastic together. I mean, as far as scale goes, she does fit in really nicely with RC, but it's just those aesthetics are just way too different. She's really going to fit in much better with your Transformers Prime line or possibly the Transformers Animated line. And here she is with Bumblebee. These two look really good together, in my opinion. Strongarm's articulation is pretty good. She has a ball-jointed head with a really nice upward motion, and that's a pretty good downward motion as well, and it can go full Exorcist on us and go a full 360. Blacked out back section there, so no light piping. Unfortunately, they are painted eyes. That is a bit of a shame. She has a very curvaceous figure. She has swivel on the shoulder there. There is a very tight shoulder joint there, but you have to be careful because as you twist this shoulder, the actual chest section here does tend to come away. I'm just a little bit worried that that's going to put extra pressure and force on this peg here. So it may stress over time. We've got a kind of a rotational swivel on the elbow, and then we've got a bend so her arms can go fully up. The fists themselves are moulded. They do have rotation, but that's all you're going to get from those. She does have a waist swivel, and it's a fairly good waist swivel. Considering how much kibble there is on the back there, none of it gets in the way of the articulation. Great forward motion. Really nice backward motion. I mean, scarily good backward motion. She does have an upper thigh swivel. and she does have a single very, very deep bend at the knee, and her feet are on a kind of rocking pivot due to the transformation. There is no side-to-side motion though. She's a really, really nice detailed figure. I mean, for a deluxe, she is pretty detailed, and the sculpt on her is really, really good. I mean, yes, they're probably going to reuse this mould for several other figures, but as far as fembots go, I think she really, really does pull it off. She's got this really nice gun. Yeah, it almost looks like it's a blue flamethrower. I mean, that's pretty good, isn't it? It's just a standard peg. And it's fairly detailed. I mean, they've even detailed the handle as well. That's a lot of detail in there just on a small gun for a deluxe figure. She's nice. She is genuinely nice. And here she is with some other bots, just to give you an idea of how she scales up. So I know there's a few people talking about painting her up and using her as a custom, swapping out the head. So here we have the new Combiner Wars Prime. We have Classics Prime, who's actually holding Combiner War Prime's gun. Looks much better with him. And of course we have Silverbolt. Now, Strongarm does indeed transform, believe it or not, who would have thunk it? First of all, what we need to do, we need to get the waist section, and we need to rotate that all the way around like so. And then these feet, you want to just flip those up, 1 and 2, like so. Now the feet will get to this point and they will get stuck, but you do have to push just a little bit harder there. And he says, I don't really know what that gets caught up against, but it does get caught on the inside there. And there we go. I think it's, actually, if anything you can see in there, where the pin slides, it looks like the pin is a little bit too thick for the plastic. But anyway, it's round. You eventually want to end up with those. You want to come around to the back here, and you want to take this extremely well hidden back kibble and flip that down. And as you flip that down, you can pull these sections out. And believe it or not, that's going to form the roof of the vehicle. I'm going to flip down the chest, like so. And with both fists pointing upwards, you can push down, and this section here, it actually moves both sides. So, yeah, you basically push it up. That's almost an action feature, isn't it? And as you can see, they're just going to sit there on the front section there. We're then going to come round to the legs. We're going to tab those together at the back there. This section is going to come down, and where the roof is there, there's a tab just on the top of the legs. That's going to tab in there and there. And then we can bring down these side panels, like so, and like so. And just tab these sections all in together. Nice and tidy, he says, with the huge gaps appearing. Let's tab that in. There we go. And finally, we can bring these fists up. And as you bring the fist up, you're actually going to open this tab here. So just push on the blue section and pull that section out and round. Bring that up, and that's all going to tab in to the front, like so. And let's just tidy it up by tabbing it all in together, like so. That's probably the best I'm going to get that, isn't it? There we go. There she is. Let's mount the gun on her head like that. And there we have Strongarm in her vehicle mode. And yeah, it's not bad. It feels very, very hollow. The bot mode definitely works a lot better for her, I think, than the vehicle mode. I mean, there's humongous gaps underneath there, visible bot head. It's a little bit lazy in comparison to what they did with Bumblebee. I think Bumblebee worked a lot better. And things just don't really want to peg in correctly. These sides just keep popping out. This section here doesn't tab in right. I mean, there are tabs there. They don't seem to actually grip onto anything. Other than that, it's not bad. No, it's not an ugly vehicle mode. It's still pretty solid. It doesn't really roll. It slides. Woo! Power slide! But you know, it's a £12 toy. Kids are going to love them. It's going to be a really good series, I think. The aesthetics on these are nice. It's possibly a really good toy for customizers. I just think if you're an adult collector, we're kind of expecting a bit more. And they're really delivering with the Combiner Wars series. And I just feel that this isn't getting the same amount of love. The plastic quality isn't as good. And it just doesn't feel to me that they've put anywhere near as much effort and time into this. I mean, the paint applications on the back here, a bit shoddy, quite a high gloss. You can see the smearing on the actual paint there. The blacked out windows, very, very minimal approach. I just feel they could have done better. Bot mode, very, very good. It's up to you guys, isn't it? It's entirely up to yourselves. Would I go out and buy this again now that I already have it? No, not at all. I've had a play with it. It looks good, but it's not my cup of tea. Let me know what you think, guys, by putting a comment in the description below there. And until next time, from myself and the Robots in Disguise line 2015 Strongarm, goodbye. 90s wrestling action feature.